Hey guys. Hopefully everybody's doing all right out there in Cass County. Oh my goodness. Hopefully everybody's doing all right. We have been busy. I'm gonna let everybody give it a minute to hop on. We've been busy doing some, I guess it's to us normal work, but like we've been catching up on projects, and we were hoping to do a different project today, but things changed last minute. So we're hoping to be videoing some of our projects that we're doing, some of the things we work on, and then bring it to you guys as kind of like a pre-recorded live, things like that. So today, though, I thought I would do a preschool program, or show a little bit of a preschool program. All of my preschool kiddos out there in Cass County are missing. They're missing our April or March into April programs. So one of the programs I do March into April, I usually don't go into the preschools very much in April, just because I'm gearing up and getting ready for gearing up and getting ready for some other field trips usually. So anyway, all right. I'm gonna start off with, we're gonna talk about eggs today. So hopefully guys, if you catch this on the replay, you can always still comment and ask me questions, things like that. I come back and answer them and things like that. So one of my favorite books to read preschoolers is Chickens Aren't the Only Ones. So this book kind of goes through talking about lots about things that come from eggs, and strictly things that come from eggs, fish, and things like that, seahorses. Anyway, so love to read this book to that preschool age. And so when we talk about that, things that do come from eggs, this book is a good warm up to that. There's some other good books out there. Let's see, A Nestful of Eggs is another one. And The Good Egg is another one that we, or you might see out there. Just making sure that everything is going okay, guys. I'm trying this new new streamer, whatever. All right, so and with that, and I put this in the pinned post comments. It's a close, very similar one. So it's in a Pinterest pin. It's a close one to it, at least. It's an egg book, and it talks about all the eggs that are coming from eggs in the animals and such like that. So that's in our Pinterest, and I've also put up there the Pinterest link to our Pinterest page and our pinned that egg book that I found. If you haven't found that website, Teachers Pay Teachers, some of it is free, so feel free to look around that. That's where that egg book, that pin will take you. And so it's a free, some of the resources are free, some of it you do have to pay for. So check that out. One of the next things I do with the kids is a simple egg hunt. And inside the eggs, there are lots of animals. So, we're getting ready for Easter. Go out there with the kids and, plan that egg hunt. Yeah, I could put candy in it. But I do one with little bugs in it and things like that. So little bugs. Anything little, smaller, dig around in the toy box. And so see what will fit in that. There is also, I don't think I have, if you go looking for toys sometimes for your kids and stuff. Okay. This is really being weird, guys. Sorry. Um, I don't know why it took forever. All right, so sorry, guys. The big. Anyway, so I don't know what's going on. This new thing, I'm not liking it. Silly Facebook changing things on us. So I might have to go back and redo the beginning of it. But anyway, maybe it's there. So anyway, so again, look to see what might fit in the little eggs. You can go out there and buy animals, sometimes in a big long tube. I love those. I've bought just the turtles. There's ones for river animals. There's one for wildlife. Sometimes I see them at zoos and museums too. They're small enough that they fit in the eggs. And then another website that might have these kind of little toys would be Oriental Trading. And so, so little frogs, got bugs, and you can do the simple, egg hunt, fill the eggs. And then I have little cards of, does the animal have many legs, 2 legs? So it goes from 2, 0, if it has no legs, if it's a snake, 4, 6, and 8. So anyway, and then too many legs to count. So, and I have them sort the animals. We could talk about, you can have the kids count how many eggs they found themselves. Really cool idea. So you don't have to stuff eggs full of candy. Make them go on an egg hunt for little animals. I know my little boy has lots of farm animals that are that small that would fit in the eggs. So, don't be worried that it's, all farm animals. Things like that. Just another little fun egg hunt. So I thought I would show you some real eggs, right? Talk about, and of course it's getting into spring. This is the season. So this one, and here's one of those fillable eggs next to it so you can kind of see for size. This one is a trumpeter swan egg. And this one is real. Just like any other bird, they will lay empty eggs. And so you can hold up an egg and candle an egg and see that it's empty. And that's what was going on with this one. It was empty. It had always been empty, and things like that. So that's how I got this one. Yeah. Talk about that. Trumpeter swan eggs, and right now, they're just kind of getting back to their territory, things like that. Bald eagles have laid their eggs. They're actually hatched. If you haven't heard, like Decorah, I think they've got 2 babies. And when I talk about bald eagles, they're very similar in size to trumpeter swan eggs. Okay, but trumpeter swan eggs, they're not even laid until after Memorial Day, versus right now we're talking about bald eagles. They are hatched. And actually we've been with this weird virus situation we're in, we've actually been driving around double checking on all of our bald eagle nests in Cass County and seeing if they're feeding babies. So if they actually hatched something out of that egg and now they're feeding babies. So yeah, so they're about the same size. Okay. And of course, let me move some things so I can show you this a little bit better. Right along what we have for some nests. Now, of course, I have proper permits and things like that to have certain things in my conservation collection. I tell people, please leave things outside in nature alone. Don't want to take a nest and things. A lot of these that you're going to see were actually abandoned nests that we found months after they should have hatched, things like that. So please, please, please know that I have the proper permits to have these and things like that. But I use it for educational purposes to show people what different nests look like. So again, please leave the nests outside in nature. I'm going to tip my screen here so you can see it a little bit better. I'm still tipping my screen here. Okay. So we have a starling, chickadee right there in the middle, and a house sparrow. They're all marked. Let me show you the bottom row. Tree swallow, and then bluebirds. Okay. So eggs can vary. Their nest material can vary. What they use and what they'll find will all vary and things. And most of the time, and I will say it's a misnomer that, you know, if you find an egg or you find a nest, the moms won't come back. That's not the case. There's a lot of birds out there that actually can't smell. So part of it is, they can smell that you've been there, and they can smell that you touched the egg or they touched their nest. A lot of birds out there can't actually smell very well. So they're not missing anything on that. But so that's really not true. I still tell people, you know, you can look in the nest or look and just walk away or leave and leave the nest there. But since it's spring and we are seeing a lot of nests out there in the world, you can get a bird book just on nests. So, and this is a field guide just of nests. I really like this one. It has it has colored pictures in it eventually. So you can see that egg color and things like that. That'll help you figure it out. Sometimes nest material helps, not always. And then it's just like some of the other books. So like this is where the colored plates are. And then you go to, if you go to the actual book part of it, let me go to the book part of it, it will then say what plate to find that on, okay? So, there is that, and then it'll say, okay, goldfinch. American goldfinch is plate 29, and then you scroll back to those plates, those picture plates, and find plate 29. And then you'll find the nest, the picture or the colored picture of the nest. So great resource out there. If you don't know what you have in your bushes or your nest and things like that, and you're trying to figure it out. Again, I tell just people, you know, leave them alone, and things like that. So anyway, hopefully this worked, and I didn't do this all for nothing. One of those kind of days. I feel like it's one of those kind of Wednesdays. We will not be live next Monday, and we will have some Facebook posts, but we won't be live on Monday. I will see you next Wednesday then. For another Facebook Live. All right, thanks, guys.